Have you ever wondered why your phone does not last for more than 2 years? Why it starts hanging after a year and irritates you to a level where you eventually change your phone? This is the case even when you hardly download any application or game. Why has a smartphone become a part of your annual expense? To understand this, we need to get into a story. This is 3 minute snippet. As a kid, once I visited our old house with my uncle for some work with my father. Since it was night, we switched on the light. The house had only one old tungsten electric bulb, but it almost filled the entire hall with its bright light. After the work was over, we returned home. It was a very normal event, but my uncle was smiling all the way. He spoke to my father. Can you believe the old bulb was still live? It's been more than 35 years now. He mentioned the brand's name, which I can't recollect. I said to my father, we could have bought and used only those bulbs, but lately I have not seen the brand. I wonder why. To which my father replied, the company made such amazing bulb that it is shut now. I was shocked. Father, if a company is making such good bulbs, it should be earning millions. Why will it shut down? On my reaction, my father explained me. See son, the company made such good bulbs that the customer appreciated the product and were once sold in larger quantities. Later on, the bulbs were no longer required to be replaced. In such situation, no one bought any greater number of bulbs. So you see, the demand saturated in a few years for the area they targeted. No demand, no sale, but the company had to continue paying salary, rent, electricity, storage cost, etc., which led them to run into losses and eventually closing the company. Wow, so in order to succeed, you have to make good products which are good but they don't last longer. How ridiculous, you might all be wondering. But what if I told you that is already a well-established way of doing business? A concept called planned obsolescence was introduced in 1920 by the car industry to boost the falling sales of the car. That is, intentionally manufacturing a product in such a way that after a certain period of time, a defect will show up, convincing the customer to replace rather than repair. They convince you by luring you towards new feature, new look, better performance, or just a new feel. Earlier, phone used to have a life of 7 to 10 years. Now the smartphone only has a life of a year, a maximum of 2 years. Now the LED lights come with 2 years warranty and it does not run more than that. Refrigerator, cars, computers, many more, you just name it. And we as consumers are encouraging them to keep doing this to us by getting into the trap. What can we do to stop this? Well, there is no perfect solution to this, but next time when anything is broke, try fixing them instead of replacing them. Think twice, do you really need that feature? Is it worth spending so much just for a new look? But again, this goes both ways. If you are a consumer, try to stay away from such trap. But if you are a startup, you will have to make such trap for the gullible consumers to fall into. Otherwise, you'll end up like the bulb company we no longer remember. That was my time. Thank you so much. Take care. See you next week.